Good morning, this is Dr. Bonsai at Dr. Bonsai's Beam Emporium. Today I have the latest Barnes & Noble exclusive Catalyst Game Labs Lance for Battletech, the McCarron's Armored Cavalry Assault Lance Cavalry, excuse me. You get 4 mechs, there's the blurb, you get the cards, the pilot cards, 4 pilot cards, 4 Alpha Strike cards. You get a brief description of what you get in the box. You get the new Tian Zong, a reposed Black Knight, new variants for the awesome and a jumping Starslayer. So the Starslayer isn't different; it's just jumping. So it's a repose mech. So basically, you get 2 reposes, a new variant, and a brand new mech. The exclusive sticker is right in front of the awesome. So I did pop this open just to kind of validate contents. So we'll start like we usually do with the paperwork. So we get cards front and back, that nice glossy semi-gloss thing that they got going on for these cards to allow you to dry erase them. So you get 2 variants of the Starslayer. You get the Awesome, which comes in 2 flavors. You get the 9Q, which is 4 Inner Sphere PPCs, and then you get the Clan C version, which is 4 Clan Tech ER PPCs. That is a Dark Age Ill Clan variant. It is nasty. Next you get, oh, that's a cool paint job on the, that's a cool render on the card. So you get 2 different variants for the Black Knight, looking good. You get the new mech here is the Tian Zong, which is a Dark Age era mech, who had its roots actually in the MechWarrior Dark Age Clicks game through WizKids. I believe it was WizKids. And that miniature, if you want to laugh, you just take a look at that. Look that up online. It's MechWarrior Dark Age Tian Zong, because it's offensive looking. But this one, I think they did a really good job bringing it up to speed with the rest of the mechs that they've done. So we got that, and then you have your 4 pilot cards, front and back. You have a Damian Ling, a Nikolai Sidorov, a Horace Singh, Genevieve Beaufoy, Padraig Swan, Romer, Dana Castronova, and Faith McCarron. So there we go. No, not that Faith McCarron. This is actually a character that is not insane in the Battletech universe. Comment below if you understand who I'm actually talking about. So 1 second, I just want to take a look. So if you look here in the box, I've got this great little splash that, like, I bet if you were patient and you actually cut that out, cut the back of the box out, it would actually look pretty good. So, all right, so we get, oh boy, we get, oh, okay. So we get all of our various pieces here. So we're gonna get these out. And I also pulled the other configurations for these mechs that exist, so that we can kind of compare and contrast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug that and plug that. So there's that, and then this little the little dime baggie here is actually a terrain element. So if you want to just like stick the mech straight to the base, if you're not a big fan of the jump plume effect, personally, I'm not a big fan of the jump plume effect. I think it's neat if you like that kind of effect, but me personally, it doesn't do anything for me. So what you can do instead is you can just lock that into place, and then there you go. And I don't know if that is, yeah, it's just an unidentifiable chunk of rubble, so unfortunately it's not like a, okay, so that heel's kind of high, So you got to be careful with that then. So you really have to like make a choice as to whether or not to lock this in with glue, or hope that when you paint it, the paint thickens up the peg on the debris piece here. So you got that. Then you got the Awesome, and this is really sharp looking. I'm going to compare it to the sculpt from the Game of Armored Combat, which is, I believe, the only other existing Awesome sculpt, with the shame, which is a shame because the Awesome is a great mech. So you can definitely tell this one's much sharper detail. The PPC barrel isn't squished. So instead of the big battle fist you have on this one, you just have 4 guns, and the small laser on the head looks like it's rendered in a lot more relief than this. But details wise, besides the general sharper, almost higher definition nature of the 9Q, they're fairly identical. So I think these both look great. I think it's a shame that we don't get more Awesomes, considering how many Atlases or Atli, or whatever you want to call it, running around. So that's that. And actually, let's go back to the Starslayer, because I'm good at this. And so here is the Starslayer from the Mercenaries box. So as you can see, no difference in loadout. And whoops, oh boy, that's going to be obnoxious. Yeah, so you definitely got to make a choice as to lock this in with glue or not. So clearly that ain't working. So obviously this one, the big holes for the jump jets are drilled out for the jump jet plumes. Fairly unique looking. You can definitely tell that they're the same mech, but they're just in different poses. One's slightly more dynamic than this one. This one, I think I like its pose a little bit better, just because it's kind of mid stride, and even though this one is too, this one has like more forward momentum to it. So oh boy, so that's that. And then you have the Black Knight. I don't have the resin quote unquote premium version of that mech, because I was not a fan. It looked like, it just didn't look good to me. It was just not good. Again, super sharp. You can see the individual cockpit panels. He's kind of walking forward, guns leveled. So he's more, this one's more advancing, and this one is more of a, okay, I'm gonna take a stand here and take a pop at you with my PPC. And this is the ComGuard level 2 box Black Knight. So again, the general impression with most of these mechs is that they are posed much more aggressively. I think the only one that doesn't follow that is the Tian Zong, and that's because it's a dual Gauss rifle stealth ECM mech. So these mechs are actually really spicy. If you're a Capellan player and you're looking for something around out an Assault Star, and it's like, I want something with dual Gauss and ECM and stealth armor, and actually makes this thing kind of scary. So it's good. It's a good mech. I enjoy it. Stylistically, I think it looks great. I think the only downside with this particular mech, as like stat wise, is the fact that it's kind of slow. I think that's its main thing that it's got wrong with it. But it's also, if I remember correctly, fairly well armored, and of course, like I said, dual Gauss. And it's like, nope, this dual Gauss rifles on a stealth mech is nothing to sniff at. So there you go. That's all you get in the. So obviously, remove the. So that's what you get in the box. If you're a McCarron's Armored Cavalry fan, I think this is an easy pickup. I think that if you're a Capellan fan, I think this is a no-brainer, because you can also just paint it black and dark green, black with green highlights, and say Death Commandos. Because it's not like they didn't use any of these. So I thought this was pretty good. It's annoying that it is Barnes & Noble exclusive, which means, if I remember correctly, they have a 6-month exclusivity thing with Barnes & Noble before it hits retailers, other places in the world, or just like your local hobby stores. That's what we saw with the Aerodini Light Horse, the Bull Dragoons, and Hansen's Rough Riders. That was the one I was forgetting. I knew I was forgetting one of them. So all of those eventually became open for retail. I'm actually really impressed with the quality of the sculpts. Everything seems sharper, more detailed, higher relief than the older sculpts. Even as recently as the Clan Invasion sculpts, those are starting to look kind of long in the tooth when you compare them to the newer miniatures. And I don't know if that's a factor of the molds aren't wore out yet, they just or if it's a matter of, hey, these miniatures are really incredibly detailed and they look amazing, and the technology has actually improved. But I get a thumbs up from this. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you do the YouTube courtesies, which is like, comment, subscribe. Obviously December is kind of a tough month for putting out content because I've got so much going on with family and girlfriend and obligations. So it's been a little tough for me to find a rhythm to get into content creation, but I've got this now. I'm also got from Aries Games and Miniatures, not sponsored. Aries Games and Miniatures, I got coming the Bounty Hunter Legendary Mech Warrior pack, which I'm really looking forward to because I really like all those mechs in that pack. And hopefully I'll just be getting some, I'll be hooking myself up with some Christmas cheer, if you will, in the coming months, just to create more content for the channel. I'm also, I also have a Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/Dr. Bonsai. So that's pretty much it. I kind of ran out of things to say, which is probably where I should stop. Thank you guys very much for your time. Have a good one.